guys. So, Alyssa, Curtis, and Blake, Oldham family. Hi, guys. How are you?
We're doing great.
It is so good to see you. Nice drive in from Black River Falls this morning.
Beautiful morning.
Okay.
Yep.
And Blake is with us, and he's almost 4. We have a 4-year-old almost in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Coming up.
November 7th.
Okay. How's Blake doing?
How you doing, bud?
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
He's doing pretty good. Yeah. In school now in 3K and loving it. So
Okay. All right.
get a break from mom.
Can we turn back the clock and start at the beginning of the Blake story?
Sure.
How was your pregnancy?
Interesting.
Okay.
I was high risk to begin with. I have a rare kidney disease called MPGN, and so I was high risk to begin with, and yeah, going to the doctor quite often.
They were watching you pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, and then we must have been 25 weeks, a little after, and
That was a really good shot.
that was.
Yeah. What Blake just did was make sure that the UPS team is on their toes on the phone bank, and he just kicked a ball over into there. There you go. Oh, he'll be busy
Yep.
with our phone bank. So if you're not making a phone call at 784-KIDS, 784-5437, then that means that they'll be playing ball with Blake. That's what they're going to be
Yes.
doing. Okay. All right. So
So we ended up going to Rochester for a second opinion. Blake was just growing really small in my belly, and they were not going to let us leave until I delivered him.
okay.
Kind of scary.
Very scary.
Curtis.
How many weeks
had
were you?
25 in a couple days maybe, because
Oh
I
my
had him at
gosh.
26 weeks.
Okay.
I had a meltdown. Curtis assured me it was going to be okay. I didn't feel like it was.
Okay.
But
Well, you're a new mom.
yeah, and we had no clue. I mean, he had no clue. He didn't know any better, and I didn't know any better. But he
Yeah,
thought the
my-
best. I thought the worst.
Yeah, my strength was more out of ignorance than than anything else. I didn't.
Well, you're there
I
to
figured
support
everything
your
was.
wife.
Yeah, I figured everything was going to be all right. Because why wouldn't it be?
Exactly.
Up to this point, everything was good. So
So how much did Blake weigh when he was born?
He was 1 pound 7 ounces and 1.75 feet long.
It's a pretty little baby.
Tiny. Kurt's wedding ring fit over his arm, and you could have probably fit both of his arms in there. So, pretty tiny.
You're scared.
Yeah.
Don't know what to expect.
Yeah. I actually had I had a C-section, and they brought him into my room afterward in like a plastic box, and I couldn't see him. I was just like, where is he? Which was kind of hard, and then I didn't get to go see him for a couple days with my C-section. He was in a different hospital. So Curtis sent me pictures, and based on pictures, you can't really tell how little they are.
So you guys are split up during that time?
Um,
You're with Blake?
well, yeah. Alyssa was at one hospital. Blake was at another in the NICU, and I was kind of just in the car back and forth, doing whatever I could for each of them at the time they needed it. I guess.
Well, first of all, the nursery probably wasn't even ready yet. Were you guys? You weren't anticipating this, were you?
I mean, they did warn us that.
It might happen. You might.
Yeah,
go
well, they
early.
said I wouldn't be leaving until I delivered. So we went on a Monday, and I had him on a Thursday.
Okay.
And Wednesday night, I was feeling a lot of pain in my belly, which I didn't think anything of. And Thursday morning, they came in and said, we need him out pronto.
They kind of warned us with a bunch of hospital jargon that didn't really make any sense to me. So it didn't scare us at the time.
So right now, I mean, he's doing great, but you guys have had some struggles. How long was he in the hospital when he was born?
He was in the hospital for 89 days in the NICU.
That's
and
3 months.
Yeah.
So you guys are running back and forth.
I stayed at the Ronald McDonald House, which was a block away, which was the best thing I could have asked for. That place is amazing, too. And he would come back. He would take every Friday off and come up Thursday night and stay till Sunday night. And, one of us had to work, I guess.
You've had some scary nights. There was one night where
Yeah, Blake quit breathing 2 months after we were home. Just started to turn gray, slightly freaking out. And I just told Curtis, said, we need to do CPR right now and call 911. And he couldn't figure out how to dial 911 on his new phone. So we traded off, and he
Smartphones
did.
aren't very smart.
So he did CPR, and I dialed 911. And before the ambulance got to our house, he was back with us, so that was good, I guess.
You know, I just don't even understand how you can relax after something like that happens. Like the next night, you know, going to bed, you think, you know, is one eye's open. You must be listening for little noises.
Yeah. It probably took me a solid year to sleep, especially after that. And actually, I went in one other night, and he was, like, choking, and I ended up putting him upside down and banging the crap out of his back to try to get him to cough it up, and he was sleeping, and I was scared. But
How does Blake eat?
Everything he gets right now is strictly through a G-tube. It's a tube that basically pumps food right into his stomach. He has an oral aversion, I guess, is what they call it. He can eat, he can swallow. He just, I think with all the stuff that has happened in his life, he's scared of it. So it's something we're working.
Oh, honey.
It's something we're working on all the time with therapy sessions and doctor's visits, and it'll just have to happen with time, I guess.
So Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, had you guys heard of the organization before you needed the organization?
Nope. We were sitting in a hospital. He had just lost like a pound of weight after my sister's wedding, and came in here. We were here for like a week, and the social worker came in and mentioned it, and I've heard of it, just didn't know what they were about, and because I was staying with him 24/7, and so she said they would help pay for gas or just my time off of work and food vouchers.
Is that what happened?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's a special blender you have to use.
Yes, a $650 blender, which is well worth every penny because the $20 blenders took a crap after like 2 weeks. It blends it so fine, it goes right through his pump and through his tube, and that thing is amazing, and Children's Miracle Network helped us purchase that, so that was a great help and relief off of our back.
So your meal times are real different.
Yes.
I mean, the three of you aren't sitting down at the table with a plate full of food. What happens at a mealtime?
At Blake's meal times, he will sit on the couch. He'll have his iPad or whatever and watch videos, but he sits for an hour while all the food that Alyssa's blended up gets pumped into his belly. He gets fed 4 times a day every 4 hours.
So how do you be away from the house when it's lunchtime? What do you do? Or when it's every 4 hours? How do you guys handle that?
Well, we kind of just, we'll be away from the house today.
Right.
So after we get done here, it'll be close to noon, and we'll hook him up and feed him. And usually when we're away, it's nice to have 2 of us because he does throw up a lot with his meals. So it's nice to kind of have 2 people there to control it and help him out. Yeah.
So what you've done is given us a real good picture of what your new normal is at your house. He looks like he's doing good. How's he doing?
He's doing awesome. I mean, he's very intelligent, picks up things very quickly. For a almost 4-year-old, he knows his whole alphabet. Is absolutely in love with the alphabet.
Does he
Numbers,
go to a
spelling.
preschool?
Yeah, he goes to 3K.
And what
so
town is that in?
Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Okay. Does he have a favorite teacher?
Miss Sarah is one of the aides, and
Oh.
he loves Miss Sarah.
Do you love Miss Sarah? Yeah, he loves Miss Sarah. I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah. So he doesn't, I feed him before he goes to school, and then when he comes home, we feed him. And he gets a lunch at school. He gets a tray put in front of him. OT works with him to eat and drink.
Wow.
And yeah.
How do you feel about that? Does that make you a little nervous?
No, I love it because now we're paying for lunch, and I said if he's not going to try to eat it, then I'm not paying for it. But he's actually attempting, and he's seeing all the other kids eating, so I think that's helpful. You know, when you see your parents eat, you're like, well, that's not that cool. But maybe seeing other kids eat is helpful.
How's it been being a hero this year? Blake being a hero. Are you guys enjoying some of the meeting new friends, and has it been good for you guys?
Yeah, I think it's been awesome. I think it's just, meeting all the families, all the events that we've been doing so far have been really fun. We just got done with the the dance marathon. Blake absolutely loved that.
Oh, I heard that was really good.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, so the parades and all the stuff, we're just kind of getting into it right now, so we'll know a little bit more, I guess, next year.
Well, great. You know what? I hear phones ringing. 784-KIDS, 784-5437. You're listening to the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon, asking you to call in. What would you tell somebody who's making a decision to call in a pledge and is trying to decide? What would you say to them?
You never know when you're going to be put in a tough situation medically with your child, and it's hard and it's frustrating and you get down on yourself, but it's nice to have CMN to be like a backbone of support, and even just the meal vouchers are a little bit of stress lifted off of you. You don't have to worry about paying for meals when you're here, and just every little thing they do.
You forget to eat sometimes. You know, when you've had that brandy new little baby, the last one you're thinking of is yourself.
Yeah. Everything is 100% donated back to the kids, and this is one of the best organizations to donate to, so get out your credit card, people.
Yeah, there goes the phone, 784-KIDS, 784-5437. We're asking for you to call, and you are meeting that response because I see 1, 2, 3 calls going right this very minute. 784-KIDS, 784-5437, the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon. We'd like to thank the UPS team. They're here for 2 hours. They wanted to be here for you guys.
That's amazing.
Yep, they are amazing people. Thank you, guys.
They have they're all busy right now because they're all on the phones. Is there anything else you guys would like to add?
I guess just a thank you to all the radio stations that are doing this. The UPS team taking all these wonderful phone calls. Actually, I think UPS is the one that brings all of Blake's feeding supplies. So thank you all for that too.
They are. Well, I don't know if those guys heard that. Hey, UPS team. You guys are the ones that deliver all of Blake's feeding supplies. So you guys are doing that. Yeah. Yep, that's a good thing. That was kind of a heartwarming, wasn't it? It made me feel good, too. And we thank you so much for being here. We have 7 calls. I didn't even look. We've already had 7 calls come in.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
Very
Thank
special.
you, everybody.
You're an awesome little guy. You have a great mom and dad. He's really busy with that ball.
Do you want to say something, bud?
You want to say thank you?
No.
But he knows no.
Yeah.
He knows that word really well. Yeah. And mommy? Yeah. So we are waiting for your call with anticipation at 784-KIDS, 784-5437. We have calls coming in right now. And I think what we're going to do is we'll update you in a little bit and let you know how things are going. All right?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Family, so much for being with us. You're listening to the Children's Miracle Network Hospital's Radiothon, a service of the La Crosse Media Group.